Hello everybody and a huge big welcome to the ECHO Awards 2022. It's good to see you all here, looking amazing. Give yourself a big round of applause. Good morning, day 9 of my video blog, and guess what? My ECHO Awards script has arrived. Hopefully you will have seen the video we put up, I think it was a couple of years ago, of me hosting the ECHO Awards here in Liverpool. It's an amazing event, it really is. I've been hosting it now for, I think it's getting on about 10 years. And each year it just gets bigger and better. It really, really is. All of you have seen Pride of Britain Awards. Yes, of course. So this was the Pride of Merseyside Awards. In fact, it used to be called the Pride of Merseyside Awards, but then they changed it to the ECHO Awards. And there is some absolutely amazing stories and remarkable people here in the Merseyside area, so it makes me very proud to be a part of them. So here's the script. It's arrived. Wonderful. And I've got the beautiful Emma Jessen, who's going to be hosting it with me this year. It's Emma's very first time and she cannot wait. She's super excited, just like me. Lennon eagerly awaiting his
Do you need this off
baby
as well?
bell. Take that off as well, please, John. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want
John,
to
my
be
builder.
wax, do you?
You okay, Nelly? Do you want one? No. Quick drop off this morning for Nelly for school. Give us a wave, Nelly. On the way to school. So I'm back from dropping Nelly off, and we're setting up in the workshop because I think I mentioned yesterday that we've got two more videos we're going to be shooting with Silverline. One is here. This is a floor joist section. I think I mentioned yesterday we're going to be floorboarding over that, removing them and then fitting insulation. So that'll be a great video coming out soon. So this is the first video we're going to be doing this morning. Richard's going to be arriving from Silverline. He'll be set up here with his camera. My guys will shoot a little bit left to right from either side, and we'll hopefully create a great video. So Richard arrived from Silverline. He set up all of his equipment and we've been filming the loft installation video this morning. We've got the base layer in, which is just a 100mm one, goes in between the joists, and then the thick 200mm one that goes all the way over the top. So make sure you subscribe to Silverline's YouTube channel and see this full how-to video when it comes to insulating your loft. Wonderful. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. Quite convincing. It looks like a real loft now, doesn't it? Now you can't see our driveway floor.
I'll be happy with that on top of my house.
Yeah. Keep your house warm, that.
See my house. Okay, good.
Cool.
Okay.
So that's how quick and easy it is to safely insulate your loft, bringing it up to current building regulations. If you're looking for more inspiration, check us out on all social media handles. Or if you want to see more videos, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And you can find all the details on the website, silverlinetools.com. So that's one video down now with Silverline. We're going to start to work on our second one. Oh, hello. What's Laura doing? I dared to interrupt her. Are you okay there, love? What are you doing? Your battle rope? Getting fit. Puts me to shame. I should be there doing some. Do you know what? We actually have a home gym. We're lucky enough to have a gym in our home. And I've lived here now for about 3 years. And how many times have I used the gym? You could probably count it on one hand, one or two hands. Here's the office coming on a little bit now. Not much more has happened since yesterday. We got those Phillips put on the roof and kept all the rain out because it's been quite rainy these last few days, so I'm pleased with that. Gonna have some lunch and then crack on with more videos for Silverline. So we're just prepping up the second build for Silverline, and this one is going to be insulation underneath your floor joists. Now there are well, hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of old houses in the UK that don't have any insulation in the floor itself, and quite typically you step up 1 or 2 steps into the building onto the floor, wooden floorboards and joists below, and then you've got a big cavity, you've got air bricks on the back, and that sends in cross flow ventilation to stop these rotten or any mold gotten on them. But the problem you have is the cold weather just comes underneath there. So I've got a little special trick up my sleeve. I haven't done it for about 10 years, but I know it works amazingly, of how we can take these boards up, insulate it, hold it into position so it doesn't fall down, and then reboard it back. Once it's reboarded, you wouldn't even know it's done, but it makes a world of difference. So make sure you tune into the video on Silverline Tools. Oh,
Yeah. Edit that.
go on, next one. I'm out to touch using a hammer.
Old style.
Driving screwdrivers all the
Instruments.
time. New young lads who work with us don't even know what this is. Knocking stick. So now we have a floor built. Something representing a floor built in here. Most of the time, a lot of the hard work goes into the preparation before we even start filming. But believe it or not, the next stage now for the main cameras is about how we rip up the floorboards so we can get inside the joists to insulate them. So the heavens have opened on us. We're out there, there's Richard's van up at the top. The heavens have opened. We've got a delivery of our cladding which has come for the new office build. But look at this rain. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can we see that? Ah, there you go, we can see it there now. And guess what? The great thing is, oh, John's getting wet. The great thing is, our roof is bone dry all the way through. Lovely. All the way through. Great news. Oh, our lovely cladding has arrived for our office building. Just a shame it's piddling down on us. Great work, bud. Cheers. So this is the composite cladding that's going to go right the way around the outside of my new office. In fact, it'll match our decking right the way around the house and up on our 2 balconies. 20mm, which will go through the floorboards. I mentioned that first one there, didn't I? Like that. But if I go from there on the wide to say, before I cut that with hand, I'm going to pop the saw in back into my cut area and continue to that wall. I'll see that here. So we finished filming for today, and all that beautiful hard work of putting these lovely floorboards down, I've had to pull them all up again, but it will be worth it. Stay tuned for the video. I'm just coming into the house now. Hello, Nelly, Nelly. How are you, darling? How are you, princess? You okay? Let's see it. Oh, hello, darling. Here's my little man down here. Hello. And Sydney. How are we?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Poo-Poo.
Oh, don't say that. That's naughty. That's yucky. You had a nice day in preschool? You had a nice day in preschool?
I want you to pick me up.
Oh, you want me to pick me up? But Daddy's been filming in the workshop. He's not been able to. Oh, there you go. How's my little man down there? How are you, Lennon? You okay? You being good? Mummy's cooking? Again. Calm before the storm. Chill time, having milk, watching Blippy on the telly, aren't we? Oh, darling, can I hear wine getting poured away there? Wow, what is this beauty you've rustled up? Oh, beautiful. So what is it then? What have you rustled up?
What does it look like, Craig?
Chicken. this wine is beautiful. A little bit of yellowtail Sauvignon Blanc. What is your tipple? If you're watching, let me know what your favourite tipple is, because this is beautiful. How much is this bottle of?
You just like it if it's wet and it's alcoholic.
How much is this a bottle?
Don't know, you bought it.
I've got a big fat bull-faced dog here. Sydney, trying to get my chicken. Alright, okay. How ugly is that bulldog? Hey? Look at the state of that.
Remember what we wore last year?
Trying to get up my knee, get me chicken. What you barking about, bully? Hey, fat pig dog. What you barking about, bully? Shh, the kids are asleep. Shh, 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 shh. They're in bed. Shh. Shh. Sorry, Sydney. Nothing left for you. What are you doing, darling? What you brought over to me?
I know you keep asking really like obvious questions. I just even to myself, I do have, or have really excelled at being a wife today. I know.
Oh.
Lucky you.
Cream cakes. That bottle of wine isn't lasting very long.
Good, isn't it?
We're just demonstrating how you eat a sticky toffee bum. Enjoying that? Just lick the cream out of it. Okay. On that note, I've got a very funny story about a sticky cream bun like that. It goes back about 30 years ago. I was working at my solicitor's house with a group of lads doing some building work on it. And Matt Fairfield was the guy's name, this lad working for me. Anyway, they'd all done really well. So I went to the shop and bought them back a big tray of sticky buns, that loads of cream in. All the typical builders dived into it, ate them all as quickly as possible. Matt was slow coming up the stairs. Anyway, we were all looking at it. There was one bun left like this, full of cream, right down the centre. So what did Craig do? Lick all the cream out, and then thought it'd be funny to fill it with some silicone, right? So I filled it with a silicone gun all the way down there with a load of like, I think it was like an acrylic filler of some sort. Squashed it all together, all the kind of silicone come oozing out of here. Anyway, he come bursting in the room like a typical builder. Where's the cakes? Where's the cakes? There it is. He grabbed it, he bit into it. And once he bit into it, the first thing he said to me was, or he said to the room was, has someone dropped tapes? Has someone spilled some tapes here? As he was chewing it. This, what he thought was cream, was silicone oozing out of his mouth. Now, please don't do this at home. I watched him bite into this. All of us were like jumping up thinking, no, we run out of the room thinking there's no way he's going to eat it. There's no way he's going to eat it. A couple of minutes later, I went back into the room. I looked at the box to see there was no cake left. In the box, I thought, no, surely he can't have eaten that with all that silicone or acrylic filler, whatever was in it. And sure enough, he did. And I said to the lads, he can't have ate that, has he? And they went, yeah, he has. So I thought, I'll keep an eye on him. Anyway, looking out of the window, seen him in the garden, and he's like this, doubling up, holding onto his stomach. Oh. I went out and was like, Matt, are you okay? He's like, no, I've just got stomach pains, Craig. Just got stomach pains. I was a bit of a coward. I should have said to him, listen, put my hands up, I've poisoned you. But I didn't, because he was quite a good boxer, this lad. I thought, I don't want to upset him too much. So anyway, as an hour or two went by, I just kept a close eye on him. Anyway, he was just saying to everyone, my stomach's killing, I've got to have to go home. So I thought, okay, let him go home after the day off. Drove him home, dropped him off. Now, Matt lived with his nan at the time. And Mrs. Fairfield remember dropping him off and she was like, oh, Mr. Phillips, is Matthew okay? I was like, yeah, he'll be fine, Mrs. Fairfield. He's just like, let him rest, see if he goes to the toilet, you know, make sure he drinks plenty of water, he'll be fine. I was thinking, oh no, what have I done? At what point do I now step in and say, I've poisoned him, you know, when it's gone too far at this point? Anyway, it was a lovely sunny afternoon. I goes back to the site, carries on working with the guys, and in them days, we didn't have, well, I had a mobile phone, a really big, thick, squick block type one, but the boys didn't have one. It was only me who had it. Anyway, yeah, I rung at about 5 o'clock at Matt's house. Mrs. Fairfield answered, hello, Mr. Phillips. I said, hi, Miss Fairfield. I said, how's Matthew? She went, he's not very good, Mr. Phillips, I'm afraid. He's had to go to hospital. You can imagine how bad I felt then. My stomach had dropped. So she says, oh, Mr. Phillips, I'm going to get the bus over from Newport, Shropshire, over to Telford. It's about an hour away, to see if he's okay. So I said, Mrs. Fairfield, don't do that. Don't you worry, you relax. I'll go and look after him. I'll pop to the hospital and I'll ring you straight away and give you an update and everything will be fine. I'm sweating now at this point. Races over to Telford Hospital. After about half an hour of roaming around the hospital, different receptions, I could not find Matt. He hasn't checked in. Ooh, dear. Maybe he's gone to Shrewsbury Hospital, another 20 miles that way. Soft lad here, races over to Shrewsbury. A couple of hours have gone by now at this point. Mrs. Fairfield is ringing me. Hi, Mr. Phillips. Have you found Matthew? Yes, Mrs. Fairfield, I've found him. He's fine. He's fine. Don't you worry about it. He'll be home soon. Nothing problem, just a bit of an upset stomach. Puts the phone down. Oh my days, where do I go from here? Anyway, cut a long story short, because I do like a good story. Matt didn't actually eat the cake with all of the silicone in it. He got onto it pretty quickly once he had it tasted in his mouth. He spat it out. What he did was he scraped it all out and took all the bun and put it down the toilet. So I thought he ate it. He blagged the afternoon off work. I had to pay the price for that. He also got his nan in on this story. Now, where his nan drawn a line was, Matt was trying to get his nan to ring me at about 8 or 9 o'clock that night to say she'd heard from the hospital and Matt had passed away. Luckily for me, Mrs. Fairfield wouldn't go that far. She went along with it for a short while, winding me up on the phone because I'd done wrong. So the moral of the story is, don't poison your work colleagues. Don't tell lies. Certainly not to Mrs. Fairfield, that's for sure. So Matt, if you're watching this, I do apologise, mate. I love you to bits. Oh, working really late on my script. And I've fallen asleep, so it's about 1 a.m. Everyone's fast asleep. I'm off to bed. Thanks for joining us. Good night.